Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. In this particular tutorial, we are close to the end. I just want us to limit the amount of info that can be uploaded here. So how do we do that? So first of all, I want to limit it to 2 GB, for example. So I'm going to go to my API.php file here, and this is where we can set the limit. So I'm going to put a 2 there instead. That way, once I refresh, you see the value change here because now we are closer to our limit, right? So what I want us to do is, once we upload a file, it should check to see how much space that file will take up before it can be allowed. So unfortunately, that means actually no, that doesn't really mean much. What it means now is that if we can actually do this from the JavaScript side, where before you even upload a file or beginning to upload a file, it will tell you that that file will not fit in the limit. But people are clever. They can bypass your JavaScript in order to upload files. So what we'll do is, let's limit it in the PHP side, just so that if somebody decides to be clever, it will still limit their access on the PHP side. So once we finish with that, then we can do the JavaScript side, so that we don't put somebody through the pain of uploading a file just to be told it can't fit. So JavaScript will just be for the convenience of the user, but then PHP here will make sure that rule is enforced even for people who want to be clever. So what we're going to do here is, we have this information. This is the drive occupied, right? That's drive occupied there. Now, the thing is, we want to deal with kilobytes, right? Not gigabytes like this, the rounded off version, no. So what I'm going to do is, what we need is drive occupied right now, get drive space from there, drive occupied. Okay, so that I think is in kilobytes already. No? Yes, I think it is. So what I'm going to do is grab these two guys here. So this should only be checked when we are uploading files, and conveniently this is the place. So upload files right there, and let's see, there's a point at which we move the uploaded file, which is this one. It goes into the destination right there, and then we end up saving to the database. Now before we do any of this saving to the database, check if there is enough space to save file. Okay, so this is the point right here. Now we have these two variables over here. So I'm just going to say occupied because I don't want to edit the original values. I don't need to do this because this has already been done here. We already have the info in there. Great. And then here, let's put the drive total here is equal to whatever is in here. But you see, this one is 2. It's in gigabytes, right? So I need to multiply it. To multiply this, so I'm going to multiply this 2 by a value I'm going to create here, which is a gigabyte. So gigabyte is 1024 multiplied by 1024. So these 1024 bytes is equal to 1 kilobyte, right? And then if I multiply that by 1024, I make a megabyte. Then I can multiply again by 1024 to make a gigabyte. And then I'll multiply that by 2, which now gives an accurate amount of space in kilobytes actually in bytes that I can accommodate here. Now, also the file here that we are grabbing, there's the file size in there, okay? So it can tell us if we are overshooting our limit at any point. So here what I'm going to do is say occupied is equal to, this is the value occupied so far, and this is the total. So what I want to do is, if file size plus the occupied space exceeds the drive total, then we have a problem. So let's put that formula here. So say if occupied plus the current file's size, which we can find in there, is greater, okay, if that is greater than drive total, then we can't proceed. All right, but since we want this to run at a specific place, so what I'm going to do is say if that occupied plus that is less than or equal to, then let's let this run here. So we've just taken it to the opposite side. So I'm just going to move this closing bracket here so that this stuff is within there, like so. Okay, then I can go ahead and move that there, like so. Okay, good. Now, if things didn't go well, success has failed in this case. False. And then whenever we fail, we can always put an info, right? Can we? Wait a minute. Info success. Info. Huh. Right. Wait, what was the other? Was it error? Maybe errors, right? This one we can say you don't have enough space to add that file. Now errors is multiple, so we're just going to add something there, like so. Okay, pretty good. If I get back to my HTML, where is the table? This is the upload thingy. Uploading, send. Where's the handle result function? I'm not even sure anymore now what. Wait a second. Let me right click here and inspect. I'm lost because I don't know. Oh, it's upload dot wait. Upload dot drag over, upload dot drop. Okay, so it's in the upload function, upload object that we're actually doing the uploading here. So not in the action, not in the info, but in the upload, which is this one. So upload dot drop, which is this one. It's upload dot send function that is activated. So send function is right here, and what happens when we are done? When we abort, cancelled. What about when we complete? We refresh the table, say upload complete. This is okay, so else could not complete the upload. Now if we do this, we should have another alert if there are any errors. So what I'm going to do is say if obj.errors is not equal to undefined. I want to look at the typo. So typo. So I'm just saying if errors exists, loop through it and show us the errors. So alert. It's going to be obj.errors key, like that. and then we need the loop, of course. So we're going to say for key in obj.errors, like that. That's how we loop through there. Let me move this up like so. Alright, that way we show any errors that occur. Okay, so I'm going to write a refresh like that, and let's first see if we can upload without a problem. So I'm going to go to my desktop and see. Let me just put some files that I can find here. This is 1 GB. Let me try this one. I know this one will fit. So let's see. Upload complete without any problems. So that went well. And let me add something else. Let's see, something bigger. Let me find a file like this one. Let it upload all the way and tell us we can't upload. Could not complete upload, and then you don't have enough space to add that file. Good. So things are working as intended. Now the problem here you've seen is that this is a large file and the user had to wait up to the upload in order to be told they can't upload it. So we should spare our users that kind of problem by doing the check here as well before we begin the upload. So what I'm gonna do is this is 9:05. I just want to know so I can come back here quickly. I'm looking for where we saved the, or did we save that at all? Probably not. Okay, so right here I'm just gonna put a var and say drive total, and then we say drive occupied here as well. Alright, that way we can use these guys to do our thing. So if I come back to API here, I'll get exactly what's here, copy that, and just convert it to JavaScript. So if I go back to 9:05, is it? Where is 9:05? Right around here on the send. Please wait for the upload to complete. So here I'm looking for the files that were added. So actually we can add multiple files here. Now at the end of the day, I want to know how much of the size of files we have. So here I'm gonna say let file size is equal to 0. Okay, and then I'll get in here and then say file size plus equals files I, that current file, dot size, like that. Okay, so here I'm gonna return. We will not upload anything for now. I just want to see this information here. So I want an alert of the file size, just so I see I'm on the right path. Then let me paste this and change this to JavaScript code. So occupied is equal to drive occupied. We already have actually drive occupied here, so let me just use it directly. We'll say drive occupied plus file size, which is right here. So here we are doing this because we can upload multiple files, so we want to add all their sizes up. And then drive total is there, drive total, yep. And then here drive total. Actually I don't want to change the original, so drive total here, I'm just gonna do this so that I can multiply, wait, drive total, yeah, I can multiply it with this in there like that. Okay, very good. That way I can remove this part here. So once I can do that, then I can here I want to check if it's greater. If it's greater, then we return with an alert. There is not enough space to save files. That's great. All right, so let's see if any of this work. Now we need to update drive occupied and drive total from the refresh table. So I'm going to go to the refresh table.refresh. This is the one here. No, not the one. Let me find the other one. Yeah, this one right here. So once we are done with, there's a part where we check for drive occupied. Let drive occupied be equal to that drive space, this part right here. So drive occupied object.drive occupied. So let me grab this and just say drive occupied is equal to drive occupied, and drive total is also this in the same way. Like this. All right, that way they're updated together. So let's see if it's going to recognize this problem. So I refresh one more time and try to upload a file. So let me try maybe this one that I know is big. Okay, so that's the size it's giving me, and it says there isn't enough space to upload that file. Okay, but what about if I put a very small file, like a text document here that I know is very small? So let me upload. Please wait for upload to complete. Okay, so it's working very well. So let's go up to where we did, where was that? I'm looking for the refresh. No, not the refresh function, the send function in the upload object. So where is that upload object? Sorry. Upload is there, and then there's send. Great. So this part here, we remove our alert and we remove this return here. So at this point now, it tells you if there's not enough space, so you don't waste your time, which is awesomeness. Okay, this pretty much completes our tutorial, our series in this, because everything seems to work just fine, right? I think so, at least. If I've forgotten something, you can probably add it there with the knowledge you've learned throughout the series. Now, I can make an admin section for this and actually give packages like the gold package, silver package with different size limits, and then have users sign up and choose what they want, maybe the free version, the gold, and so on. You know, those normal packages they offer. So we can do that if you guys want, which means I can start another series for the admin section of this thing here. Just let me know in the description if that's something you're interested in. But otherwise, this completes our series. So in order to let's see what we have achieved so far and see if it actually works. So we start from scratch. I'm going to log out here. So what I'll do is I'll create a new account. So I'm going to go to the sign up page. Here I can create a username. So I'm going to name myself as John and put an email as john@email.com. Password, I'll just put password and password there, and hit the sign up like so. So sign up. Now I need to log in as John and password. Alrighty then. So there is my new my new drive. So if I now want to upload, I just click there and add files that I need. So let's say if it's an image, or let's go to images. Let me just try to add an image, maybe like this one, and open. Okay, so we have a problem right there. Tells me there's not enough space. But why? Why does it even say 10 GB there? 8 GB of 10 GB. That's not good. Okay, so we need to fix that right there. So if I go to my API here, let's see. It's giving the wrong information. So drive occupied, get drive, ID. It's supposed to be 2 GB there and not anything else. So let me see anywhere where we edit this thing here. Drive total. No, there's nowhere we are editing this at all. Okay, so let me go back to my index. Let me do I want to find the refresh function in a minute here. Okay, so we have a new problem that needs fixing. Let me see here what's happening. I just want an alert of these two. Drive occupied, drive total. Just want to see what is going on. So if I refresh, it doesn't do that. So what's going on? Get files. Oh, I see what's going on. Sorry, my bad. Because there was no success in getting the file. So all of this should be outside. I don't know why I kept forgetting to move this. So this should be outside the object.success. Let's move it here, like so. That way, even if we didn't, because there are no files actually here, that's why. So the read operation did not return a success. And there it is. So that's much better. That solves the problem. So if I click here and import a file like this one, upload complete, and there it is. If I now preview the file, there it is. Okay. And things are working. Then I can download the file if I want. It's in my drive now. Shows me the size. Shared. If I can right click, I can share. Share to specific people, or don't share, or share to the public, etc. Alright, so we're going to do a full walk around in the next video. At least we can see now that things are working as intended. I'll see you in the next video.